So now we can see the concept name is NFS Network File System. So now in this diagram there are two pieces. They are both the computers with the Linux operating system. So computer 1 is a my Linux 1 is the host name, and my Linux 2 is the host name of the second computer, and its IP address is the system 1 IP address is the 192.168.50.1, and the system 2 50.2. So now what are the basic use of the NFS now? Say example in my Linux 1 system, in the root directory I have the project directory is there, and the project directory has some files are there, and this project directory I want to access from the system 2. So now the NFS use it to share files between Linux to Linux or Unix flavors. Unix flavors means the other system may be, it may be, you can say HP Unix system or the Solaris system, or it may be some VMware server. To share the data between the Linux to Linux, we can go for the concept name is called as a NFS Network File System. So NFS used to share the data between Linux to Linux or Linux to Unix flavors. See, to configure NFS according to diagram, first of all, for this lab, we require two computers with Linux OS. So we have the two computers with Linux OS, and both the systems should be in the network. So right now the my Linux 1 and my Linux 2, there are two systems are there, and two systems also in the network is there. So the next step we have to configure the NFS now. See, to configure the NFS, what are the steps you have to follow now? See, right now my Linux 1, we have to configure as a NFS server because we have the data in the my Linux 1. So the system has to share the data. So this system we have to configure as a NFS server. See, to configure any server, we have to remember 3 points. The first point, the packages, which RPM package are required for NFS server. So the packages, you can say NFS package will be there. So the packages should be installed. And the second one, we should have the idea configuration file. Configuration file for NFS server under etc directory. The file name is exports is there, exports. So in this file we have to configure it. And the third point we have to remember services. So we have to configure, we have to start the three services. One service name is called as a NFS service, and the second service name is called as a NFS log, and the third service name is called as a port map. So these three services we have to start it. See, to configure any server, not only this server, for any server also, we have to remember 3 points. The first point, the packages, and the second one, configuration file, and third one, services. So the first point, we have to go for whether package is installed or not, we have to check it out. So now we can go for practically how we can see this one. See, first thing, I'll create a directory name called as project. So under this directory, I'll create some files. Control D. So just I'm typing some data, and to save this file, Control D. So now under project directory, I have the two files are available, sample code and sample code 1. Like this, there are two files are available, and these two files we have to access from the system too. And for this, the first step what you can do, we have to find out whether package NFS package is installed or not. So rpm -qa. So this is a command used to find out whether particular package is installed or not. So say NFS. So NFS package not installed. We can go for one more way, NFS star. See, to install the packages now, so just go for mount/dev hdc, a directory name you can say media directory. Now it's mounted, and go to media directory. Under media directory, go to directory name is the server directory where it contains all the RPM packages. See, say ls. So just I'm typing the command nf and press tab. See, there is these packages are required now. So one is the NFS utilities and NFS utilities libraries and develop. So these packages should be installed. So already these two packages are installed now. So we have to install the NFS utilities package we have to install now. So to install this package now, so just I'm going for RPM capital UVH and the package name NFS. Just I'm pressing the tab hyphen. See, the version name is available here. I want to install this one. Suppose you plan to install the lib, you can type the lib here. So I'm planning to install this version now. So just you can type the one here and press the tab key. So enter now. The package are installed now. So no problem. So the next step what you can is the configuration file. So the configuration file, so already explained, the configuration file is under the etc folder. The file name is exports to the file. So now we can type this file name, open this file, vi etc slash, just you can type the exports. See, just I'm giving as a name expo and press tab key to overcome the spelling mistakes. Better way use the tab conditions. By default, this file will be empty file will be there. So here, what you can type it means first of all slash which directory you want to share it. Project directory you want to share it, and this directory is available in the root directory. So press tab. See here, I'm pressing the star. Star indicates this directory I'm giving the sharing to any system in the network. Suppose example, if you're providing this way, project is a directory name which you want to share it, and 192.168.5.2. That means only 5.2 system only we can able to access it, and otherwise project directory and 192.168.50.0 by 24. This meaning indicates we can able to access this folder from the systems starting from the 50.12 up to 50.254. The systems which are having these IP addresses, we can able to access it. So I want to give the permission to any system, means it may be any network or any network PC. If you want to give the sharing, so just you can provide as the asterisk symbol. The next one, open bracket. See, RW means read and write. And if you want to provide the permissions just like a read only, RO. And I want to give the permission like a read and write, RW, comma, synchronizing, the pin equalizing. If you modify any data from the client system, this is going to update immediately in the server also. So just say close bracket and save this file name. So the step 2 configuration is over now. The step 3, for any server we have the services will be there. We have to start the services. For NFS, the services, see, to start the services, the command name, service is a command. Which service you want to start? NFS service. NFS space. So there are different options we can use here. I want to find out the status. Just you can type the command in the status. See, the service is stopped now. To start the service, so just you can type the command start. In the same process way, we have to start the NFS lock also. So just to repeat the old command, just I'm pressing the up arrow key and I'm typing the command NFS lock start. And the same process, we have to start the one more service, the third service, port map. See, for the NFS server, the service names we require, one is the NFS service, and the second service name is the NFS log, and third service name is port map. So three services we have to start it. Now the NFS server is ready now. So now this is my Linux one. Its IP address is the 192.168.50.1, and I have one more system and its IP address is 50.2. From the second system, I'm planning to access the project directly now. So how to access it? So now we can go for the second system is become as a NFS client, and this is the NFS server. So up to now we have configured the NFS server. Now we'll go for how to configure the NFS client now. So now we'll go for the system 2. So this is system is the MyLinux2 and its IP address is the 192.168.50.2, and NFS server IP address 192.168.50.1. So the first step what it is, from system 2 Try to ping to this IP address. You got reply or not, we have to check it out. So 50.1, this is your NFS server IP address. So I got a communication between the both the systems. Control C. See from the client side, first of all use the command name show mount -e space NFS server IP address. So the command you can say show mount -e, E stands for export list. So this is your NFS server IP address. So now you press enter. See it given the list. In NFS server, project directory has given the sharing to which computer, to any system also. So in the server system, what are the folders they are given the sharing? We don't have the idea. So you want to find out which of the folders are given in this sharing in NFS. To find out, we can go for the command show mount -e and NFS server IP address. So this is step you have to use in the client side. The next step, to access the data, first of all, create one directory. So example, I'm typing the directory name is NFS. So now the NFS directory is empty directory. There's nothing is there. So now we have to go for one more step. To access the project directory from the client system, we have to go for mounting. To mount it, mount space NFS server IP address colon, which directory has given the sharing here, project directory. Now we can type the mount point as a NFS. So this is a command, mount is a command, and this is a NFS server IP address, NFS server IP address, and this is directory which has given the sharing in the server in exports file. And this is nothing but a mount point. So this the next time meaning indicates if you want to open the project directory, so project directory is equal to which directory here? NFS. So enter. So now go for NFS directory. cd NFS ls-l. So there you can able to find out the files. See, these are the files which are created in the project directory. So in this way, we can able to access the data from the two Linux systems. So to access the data from the one Linux PC to other Linux PC, so what the steps you have to follow it? One PC where the data is available, that you have to configure as a NFS server, and other system we have to configure as a NFS client. So first of all, here you got one directory with some files. So the step one, we have to install the packages, and the second one, the configuration file. So in this we have to provide the which directory we have to do the sharing. The third one, services. The services we have to start here. One is the NFS and NFS log and port map. These services we have to start in the server. Now in the client system, first of all what you can do, create one directory and just go for mount. So this IP address, and in this project directory is equal to the directory name is NFS. So in this way we can able to access the data from the between the two Linux systems, and this concept is called as a NFS, network file system.